going to build a steampunk mechanical arm to be used in the battle scenes as a replacement for a lost limb. The hand is a wooden hand bought from an artist supply store which already has articulated joints. We're going to add on to this hand to build it up towards the elbow using this wooden fence post, so these will simply be cut into shape and then glued together. I've sawn up the fence post to produce an extension to the lower part of an arm, a ball joint which connects to a socket which I've just cut out using a chisel out of the top part of the fence post to go to the upper arm. The upper arm piece has been carved and sanded into shape. This now needs an attachment at the top so that it can be attached to a shoulder. I'm going to attach this at the shoulder by using a piece of black plastic guttering. So this has been screwed to the piece of wood, and then I'm going to add a couple of leather straps around the side and over the top so they can be attached in place. I screwed the plastic piece of guttering to the wooden top part of the arm and then threaded through 2 fake leather belts which will be used to attach the arm to the body. The arm pieces have been glued together, leaving a ball joint at the end of the lower arm. At the end of the upper arm I've carved out a socket for the ball joint to fit into. So now to connect these and to hinge them I need to drill a hole through the ball joint and then thread a bolt through to the other side which will hold it in place. So the ball joint is now connected using the bolt. I now need to sand down the wooden parts and use a wood stain so they all have a uniform colour. I've dyed the wood a light oak colour so that the pieces all blend together and then reassembled the arm. I'm going to track control cables along the back of the hand and up the arm. To keep these in place I've screwed small brass eyelets into the back of the hand and copper loops onto the lower arm. This is then going to connect to a control box based on the lower arm. I've run brass picture hanging wire along the back of the hand through the eyelets up to the lower arm. At the end of each of the brass cables I've added a piece of elastic. This will allow me to attach it to the lower arm but give me the flexibility so that when the fingers move the cable stays in place. I've threaded the cables and elastic through a short piece of brass pipe and attached this to the arm using a simple screw-in hook. The brass pipe is then held in place using a couple of pipe clips. I've attached a piece of brass chain to the hook that also connects to the wires that go to the hand. This then goes to a similar piece of brass pipe on the upper arm and then through and into the shoulder piece. The chain comes through a hole in the shoulder piece and is attached again with a piece of elastic to a hook. By using elastic here again, when I straighten the arm, the chain will maintain its tension. So by using the elastic, the chain retains its tension as the arm straightens and bends and doesn't slack off. I need to cover up the pieces of elastic and hook that attach to the hand ligaments. To do this I've got a piece of an electrical conduit connector that I'm going to cut, spray brass coloured and then glue into place over the top of the cables. I've glued the plastic cover over the workings and then added some old watch parts on the top for decoration. This is the completed arm.